What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one. Hope you guys are doing very well. If you're stopping by this channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to the channel and go ahead and drop a like for the video. I totally appreciate the support, you guys. So in this video, I want to share with you guys 7 of the top real estate ETFs and REITs for 2023. All right. Now we've seen what the Fed is doing. Interest rates are headed higher. There's no denying that. But a lot of people have felt that the train has left the station and there's no way to be invested in the stock market or invested more or less into real estate at this point in time, since interest rates are dramatically higher than they have been in the last 36 months. And for the most part, that would actually be true. Interest rates are dramatically higher, and the Fed, they were pretty much printing and giving away free money. And yeah, if you participated in real estate purchases in the last couple of years, chances are you made at least, 10, 15, 20, 30% of your money. I know a lot of people who have made hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars in real estate over the last couple of years just by buying real estate. I mean, they've literally made it so cheap and easy for the average American to just run out there and just trip over a bag of money. I mean, seriously, guys. But now real estate is so much more expensive. The economy is taking a shift. So now the question is, well, how do I get into real estate? How do I invest in real estate when I don't have that much money? I may or may not necessarily have the best credit. Well, I've got some solutions for you guys. ETFs, real estate trusts, these can allow you, pretty much anyone, to get started investing into real estate, generating passive income, building your net worth, and leaving a legacy for your family, for your kids, for your grandkids. And you can actually even live off of the passive income if you do it correctly. So what is a REIT? So a REIT is, and it's spelled REIT, and this is a real estate investment trust, right? And essentially what this is it's a portfolio of real estate related assets. This could be commercial real estate. It could be, houses, it could be hotels, apartment complexes, shopping malls, strip malls. It could be amusement parks. So you've got the commercial side of the game for REITs, but you've also got residential REITs. So residential REITs could be single family homes. Basically you got companies like BlackRock and Simon Corporation, and there's many different companies that hold different types of property in these REITs. But yeah, so from a residential standpoint, it could be single family homes. It could be duplexes, triplexes, quadruplexes, apartment subdivisions, luxury apartments. And so the thing is, with REITs, you can buy them just like stocks. So you can jump on your favorite online brokerage apps like M1 Finance, Webull, Vanguard, Robinhood. So you can leverage these online brokerage apps to start buying these REITs today. And what I like about them is that, unlike traditional real estate, where if you wanted to sell your house, you'd have to take pictures. First of all, you'd have to figure out how much you owe on the house. Then you need to contact a real estate agent if you're going to leverage, a real estate agent like Remax or, Century 21 or Keller Williams, any of the big brokerages. Heck, you might even just use Zillow, Redfin. You got to contact someone to be able to put that house on the market for people to find it. But you also would have to likely declutter the house, maybe fix whatever is broken. It might even require some repairs and whatnot. So there's a lot that will go into getting a house prepped for sale. Then you put the house on the market. You get a photographer to come out there, take pictures of the property, and then you wait. You probably wait. In this market, if you price the property correctly, you're probably going to wait a week or 2, maybe 3 weeks for a buyer to submit an offer that you like. Once you accepted it, it's probably going to be another 30 days to close. So if you wanted to sell a house, it's probably going to take you a good 2 to 3 months to get that sucker sold and get that cash into your bank account, right? But with REITs, you can buy and sell a REIT in a day, in minutes, right? So REITs are allowing you to buy real estate in a matter of seconds, which is pretty cool. So there's the liquidity benefit for REITs, it allows you to easily trade them, to easily trade real estate investment trusts or ETFs. And so, and ETFs are exchange traded funds, right? So basically exchange traded funds just means it's a collection of stocks. It's a collection, of stocks on the stock market, and you can purchase one ETF and get a bundle of the underlying asset, which is generally stocks in a certain category, right? So you got ETFs that track the S&P 500. You got ETFs that track the real estate market. You got ETFs that track residential real estate, commercial real estate. So that's what those are. And again, you can just go on to any of these popular brokerage platforms and make these investments in a matter of minutes. And if you guys want more information on those, like literally, maybe you want a step-by-step how to do that, let me know if you guys are interested in that. I'm not going to do that in this video. I want to make you guys aware of what options and what opportunities are out there. And I want to share with you guys the top 7 ETFs that I want to share with you guys the top 7 real estate ETFs for 2023. So they also give you access to expensive properties that small first-time investors wouldn't even be able to qualify for, right? So beyond the liquidity and easy trading, you can get into and out of properties that regular people like me and you wouldn't even be able to have a shot at getting into, because some of these properties are like millions of dollars, right? Like $30 million property, Joe Blow down the street's not going to be able to qualify for that, or likely, he's not going to have the cash to be able to just buy it outright. So dividend income. Let's talk about the dividend income and long-term share appreciation of the ETFs and the REITs that you could potentially purchase or invest in, right? Who doesn't like passive income? I've never met a person in my entire life who ever said, Ron, you know what? I got a big problem. I got way too much passive income. Too much money's coming in. I hate it. How can you help me out of this problem that I'm dealing with? No one has ever told me that. All right. So that's one of the benefits of REITs and ETFs, the dividend income, the long-term share appreciation, and let's not forget about the tax benefits of this passive income, because some stocks are considered qualified dividends. Some dividend payments are considered qualified dividends, and IRS will treat them differently, right? And so this is what the wealthy know about, and they leverage these sorts of things, right? So not all income is created equal. We hear about how the rich, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, name your favorite, super famous billionaire, and how they don't pay their fair share in taxes. Well, this is kind of how they're doing it, or at least one of the ways. There's many different ways and strategies that they leverage, but many people are like, how are they getting away with this? Well, here's the thing. What they're doing is not illegal, because if it was, they'd be behind bars. They just understand the tax code and are leveraging the game, right? So, let's go ahead and talk about, some of the largest REIT and ETFs by assets, right? So first one on the list is Vanguard Real Estate ETF, ticker symbol VNQ. And the total assets under management is almost $33 billion. It's offering a diversified holding of about 170 domestic companies. And just to give you guys an idea of the kind of companies that you'll find in this Vanguard real estate ETF, they have American Tower Corporation, ticker symbol AMT. This is basically a telecom infrastructure play. So it's real estate, but it's not the type of real estate that most people think about. Then you got Prologis, that's ticker symbol PLD, and that's a warehouse operator. And then another one is Equinix. So this is ticker symbol EQIX. This is a data center operator. Now, any one of these companies, any one of these holdings, which are in the Vanguard ETF, the Vanguard Real Estate ETF, any one of these companies could be purchased directly. You can go out and buy the stock, without buying the ETF. But the benefit is that if you get the ETF, you got all of these companies in there. So let's just say, I don't have that much money, but I want to get started investing as a beginner. And even as an experienced investor, maybe I don't want to go out there and have to purchase all of these individual stocks, or maybe I'm working with a limited budget. You can buy the ETF and you can get a piece of all of them. The ETF is paying out a dividend yield of 4.1%. So how's that for some passive income? You got a market liquidity, trading volume All of these are working to your benefit with this particular Vanguard real estate ETF. Now, the next one I want to talk to you guys about is the high yield REIT ETF, which is Van Eck Mortgage REIT Income ETF, ticker symbol MORT. Now, they focus on mortgage related REITs. Now, this one has a dividend yield. To get this, you might want to go ahead and sit down for this one. You got a dividend yield of 13.5%. Now, this is a little aggressive, little chunky, right? But the risk factors associated with this one is that it's got lower margins and a rising interest rate environment. Now, what makes this risky is kind of like what we saw with Silicon Valley Bank, First Republic Bank, and all these other banks that recently collapsed. As interest rates increased, their ability to remain profitable became very, very difficult, right? And so with low margins in a rising rate environment, I don't know if I'm necessarily all that excited about this one. I'm not going to say I'm going to back the truck up and load my truck up with this particular ETF, but this is one that I definitely want to keep on the radar because 13.5% dividend yield is pretty impressive. So I'm definitely going to give that one some consideration. All right. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is let's talk about some of the holdings that are in this guy, right? Now, number one, you got to look at the potential negative impact of widespread downturns or foreclosures. And with this particular ETF, it's kind of like, okay, you know, if this Van Eck Mortgage REIT Income ETF is going to be super sensitive to rate hikes and they're already in a lower margin, and they already have lower margins in a rising interest rate environment, you got to be careful. But you might as well look at what they have in this ETF. Maybe you want to cherry pick some of the holdings and mitigate risk that way. So you got Annaly Capital Management Incorporated, that's ticker symbol NLY. You got AGNC Investment Corporation, ticker symbol AGNC. And you've also got alternative options beyond that. So, you know, even if you said, you know what, hey, I don't want to buy the whole ETF, maybe I just pick one or two companies. There are two companies that you could at least look into. So just for you to easily be able to find them, you could just go to like CNBC.com or any of your favorite stock market research websites and just look up ticker symbol NLY, look up ticker symbol AGNC, and just see what you think about those. So the next one I want to talk to you guys about is an alternative option. This is iShares Mortgage Real Estate ETF, ticker symbol REM, right? So this one focuses more on mortgage related REITs. And this one has a dividend yield of 9.6%, total assets of $600 million. So not a bad one on this one. This is the iShares Mortgage Real Estate ETF, ticker symbol REM. And again, you can get into these things leveraging platforms like M1 Finance with fractional share purchases. So even if you don't want to buy an entire ETF, you can buy a piece of it and get your feet wet and get into the real estate market and take advantage of some of these potentially profitable opportunities. Now, again, keep in mind, this is not investment advice. Is not, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax advisor or anything like that. Always seek proper counsel. Do your own homework. By the way, if you guys are new to the channel, please drop a like for the video and consider subscribing for more investment information, passive income ideas, business ideas, and things along that nature. All right, let's talk about Charles Schwab's U.S. real estate ETF. This is Charles Schwab REIT ETF, ticker symbol SCHH. Now, they got a total amount of assets of nearly $6 billion. The portfolios it's got about 130 publicly traded real estate stocks in there, very diversified within the real estate spectrum. And they include mortgage related and hybrid REITs. They're paying a 3% dividend. So much less conservative, but probably a little bit safer. Now we also got the Real Estate Select Sector Spider Fund, which is ticker symbol XLRE. Total assets sitting at $4.7 billion. You got basically a fairly narrow portfolio of about 33 different real estate companies, but that's still a pretty good amount of diversification. Prologis and American Towers as are some of the top holdings. And paying out a 3.6% dividend yield on top of any type of capital appreciation, capital gains, and appreciation that you would get just from owning the ETF. Now, another one is Vanguard Global XUS Real Estate ETF, ticker symbol VNQI. Now, this one excludes the US-based real estate holdings. The portfolio is comprised of like almost a little over 700 different holdings from various geographies, and the dividends can be kind of volatile and not really, they're a little irregular. But some of the leading regions that are in this one are Japan, Australia, Hong Kong. So it's kind of like if you want to get some international exposure to real estate, this might be one that you might want to consider. The annualized yield on this one's pretty low. It's only 0.6%. But again, I thought it was worth mentioning. Let's not forget about Pacer's benchmark data and infrastructure real estate SCTR ETF. All right. This one's ticker symbol SRVR. Now, they focus on digital related infrastructure properties. So think tech, right? So you got telecom tower REITs and firms hosting cloud-based data. So, this one's got a 12-month dividend yield of 2.3%, and there's a lot of potential for long-term growth. All right. I think anytime we're looking at tech and infrastructure, it's probably a good bet for the future, probably, especially with AI and all that coming out. The potential for long-term growth is definitely there. Now, iShares Residential and Multi-Sector ETF, ticker symbol REZ. Let's talk about this one. So they focus on residential real estate. All right. There's some exposure to healthcare and also some storage enterprises. When I say storage enterprises, think like the public storage. Let's just say you move from a bigger house to a smaller house. You need some place to stash or keep your stuff that maybe won't fit into your smaller place. You'd use one of these storage facilities. So this ETF does invest in those types of properties. So they focus on residential real estate as well. Sensitivity to property. There is sensitivity to property fluctuations. And also the dividend yield on that guy is about 3.4%. Now, I still think that, real estate is a strong play going forward. They're not making any more real estate. They're just not going to make any more real estate. It is what it is. Now, they can make improvements on real estate, but they're not, in other words, they're not making any more land. And I think that real estate is definitely a good play. I'm going to be real wary and real cautious around commercial real estate, commercial-backed real estate investments. But I think that there are always deals to be had. You just need to understand what is a deal in any given market. So drop me some comments down in the comment section down below, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about today's video. I'm always looking to share my knowledge and share different findings that I found with regard to creating, building, and increasing how much passive income that we can earn and generate through different types of investments. So if you guys would like to learn how to make more money through passive income and literally make money while you sleep, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Also drop a like for the video and share this video with everyone you know. So hope you guys got some value out of this video, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next.